Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here, greetings boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And I am having trouble sensing how I'm sitting in my chair. What feels straight to me? I'm like leaning over like this. Fans on in the window. It's bound to be a scorcher today. Oh joy. Door is propped open, which of course my little kitty cat keeps trying to go out of every 5 minutes. Very fun on that. Not a whole lot has happened since yesterday, but there is some things that I want to talk about. Checking on my list here, one of the things is, from my appointment on the 30th of last month, I had blood work done. They said they would call me if there was anything unusual. They were checking things like my A1C, my cholesterol and all that, and he was pretty certain I'd have to start statins just because of my age, and he was pretty sure I would have to be doing something for my blood sugars because of my age, but they haven't called me on anything, so I guess my blood sugars, my A1C, and my cholesterol are at least acceptable? Here's hoping. But yeah, I'm having trouble. I always have trouble trying to figure out. This feels upright to me, but I'm not. And this, where I am upright, feels like I'm tilted way over in that direction. It's fun having a bent up spine. Joy on that. So it really feels weird when I'm sitting up straight trying to do that. I have heard nothing from that person that asked me to send voice samples and I send something in. I have no ideas what's going on. It might be a thing that's still going on. No ideas. The only thing that I could think of is it might be a voice sample thing, but why would you need to ask me for voice samples when I've got vlogs and videos and all that? So, yeah, unless it's a really weird, odd, bizarre thing, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I have no ideas what's happening and going on. Hopefully, things are actually going on pleasantly. I've watched some of his later videos, and things have been happening in his personal life that aren't that good, so, oh boy, like a stalker, an old editor who's a stalker, been spreading bad info about him for years. So, there's a lot of things happening. Joy on that. So, I have been trying really hard to understand the game Ironsworn. I'm having troubles reading it, and whether it's PDF or the actual print thing. So, one of the things I've been doing has been lining up a whole bunch of videos to watch on how to play. I'm getting a further understanding on some things, like combat is extremely abstracted. You have dice that you roll for a challenge, and you have to beat your challenge dice. Now, the situation never changes, just the amount you add to your die rolls and the challenges. Your die roll, I've gotten very confusing on that, my apologies. Your die that you roll to try and beat your challenges is a 6-sided die. You add your appropriate stat, possibly skill, to that. The challenge dice are just 2 10-sided dice, and then you just give those a toss, and you got to try and beat that. So your challenge for anything might be a 1 and a 2. Well, with that D6, if you roll a 3, you have beaten both challenge dice, so that's a strong hit. If you only beat one number, that's a weak hit. If you beat neither number, that is a total failure. That is the system used for everything. Absolutely everything, from trying to find information, to seeing how much stuff you have in your supply, to entering into combat. That's what you do. And one of the combat examples, because everything is also done on progress tracks. You write down progress tracks for everything. Because depending on whether it's combat or such like that. If you're entering into combat and you have a weapon, you do 2 harm. If you go into combat and you have no weapon, you do 1 harm. Depending on the monster, it depends on how much damage you do. They're like legendary creatures where when you're fighting them, you're filling in 1 tick, well, 1 square on your progress bar per harm. And then there's other lower difficulties, which means you do 2 boxes on the progress track per harm done. And then if it goes down, you know, if it's even less for every success that way, it's more of those boxes filled in. So you could do anywhere from just 1 progress box filled in to 6 progress boxes filled in. And that's everything from conversations to talking to people to trying to find out where treasure is to your main character's life quest. Everything is progress boxes. And even more difficult when you're trying to do regular, non-combat regular type of things. Instead of filling in a box, you might just do 1 line in a box. And it takes 3 lines to fill a progress box. So, I've been still lining up videos because I watched the combat, understood the combat better, trying to understand the other stuff, and there's more things still up at the library that I need to print. I've got the page on my drive-through RPG application. I hate calling them apps, they're programs, but the application, because I still need to print the World Workbook, I still need to print a play kit, which has a bunch of extra tables and pages together, and then there's a questions for your character as you're making them. So it's a lot of narrative stuff. So thumbs up on that. Still trying to understand it all because I want to play it. The big main book is free. You can play the game entirely free with just Ironsworn. That's fine. Anything else you buy afterward, that costs money. But it being through drive-through RPG, it is largely reasonable. They have the game Starforged, which is, well, Starsworn, which is Ironsworn in a science fiction setting. That's $20 even for the PDF. I mean, you want to make your money, so hopefully later in time that'll come down. So checking the rest of my list on here, I showed you the paperwork that did I show you the paperwork? Did I show you the fact that I've gotten the SSI paperwork? Because I got the SSI paperwork. So I need to fill this out and then send this in to make sure that I get to keep my disability, because if I lose that, I'm going to die. Quite literally. I can't work, which means I'll have no money, which means I'll be on the street, which means goodbye life. So hopefully that's not going to happen. But I got the paperwork, got today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to send it in on Thursday because it needs to be there by the 21st. Ugh. Thumbs up on that. Checking the rest of my list, one of the other things I did walk to the business office of the hospital to get the financial assistance paperwork done because I can't pay for any of this stuff. The person behind the counter there filled it all out for me. I still had to go and get a history report showing my SSI deposits into my checking account. So they held onto the paperwork. I went over, which just the 2 offices were really, really close. But it was on a busy street, so I had to walk up and around to get across the street at the crosswalk over to the place, and then I just walked this direction through this crosswalk and then up to the place where I turned in the report. They took it all together. They said if I do not hear from them in 1 week, give them a call and see what's going on there. So right now that part's going well. It was well, I forgot to turn off my Bluetooth speaker. It was a hot day yesterday, and so yay on that.
Power off.
And also, I went and walked without my walker, because if I don't carry anything, I just have to judge how my day is going to feel as I start off. Because I have been given a walker for several reasons. I got it 10 years and back because of my low back. So I use a walker when I use my walker because, hey, it might be because it's a bad back day. It might be because I am a fall risk, and if I'm really feeling bad, that has saved me. And also, if I got to carry anything that's not like a soda or something light like that, then I can carry those sort of things. But anything heavier, I need my walker to drag it around with me with. But I walked up there without anything, and it was hot, and I walked back, and I was exhausted when it was all done. So thumbs up on that. And my arm is sore because I am tapering off gabapentin, but it's not just my arm. Hokey smokes. When I woke up today, my hands are killing me. This arm is really hurting. This arm is really hurting. I am just sore all over. So yay on that. So like today and then 2 more, well, today and tomorrow I have like very little. I think I have like 4 tablets to take today, or 2 tablets, and then 2 more days of just 1. So not looking forward to seeing how the rest of that feels, but hopefully it's not going to be all that terrible. Ugh. Past that, I have just been trying to survive. I can't do a whole lot of going through my stuff, and even just living is tough because, as mentioned, my housemates came in on Friday, filled up the garbage can, and then left, leaving me with no place to throw garbage out. Well, I eat food, and that comes up with garbage, so I got bags of garbage that are, well, 1 so far, and then I'm filling others where it's just gotta sit. I don't like that, but what else can I do? So on Friday, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that has to be taken out for just the garbage. Yay on that. Still, life is life. Past that, I have been trying to think of creative things, but I'm also going to sneak this one in because I forgot about it. Yesterday's vlog was demonetized, and I wrote about this, I think, in the community post, and I've tweeted about it, but yesterday's vlog got demonetized, and I'm going to just really talk about this really lightly because I don't want this one to be demonetized as well. But what was the big difference between yesterday's vlog and any other vlog? I spent time talking about an openly gay character. And my vlog got demonetized. So when you hear and see anything about the alt-right people screaming at the top of their lungs on every social media platform out there about how, oh, they're being silenced, the actual people that are being silenced are people that are bringing up stuff like that. So, yay. That's the only thing I can figure, because that was the only difference, was talking about that one guy who wasn't even a guy, just a lich and all of their followers. So hopefully that's going to be okay with what I've said here. Past that, as stated, just trying to be as creative as possible, having issues trying to stay awake yesterday after the walk, and had a bit of falling asleep, like it or not. And then my leg, yeah, my leg, it's swollen, but not incredibly when I start the day. There is only minor discoloration on the left outer side of my ankle. It's itchy, and I don't know what to do because it's really sore there. I have an appointment to see my doctor, at the end of this month. But if it's an infection that's not good to just have, I'm worried that it's not just an infection. I mean, there could be a lot of things. It's stated that it is, or could be. I mean, it could be lots of things. Some of them are terminal, some of them are not. I really can't afford to end up in the hospital with a pet, guinea pigs, and the stuff happening in the house. So I don't know. If it gets worse, of course, I'm going to head to the hospital no matter what. So no fear there. I don't plan on dying. My mother died at 75, 76. My genetic father died at 81. If I kick off before I'm 70, I'm going to complain to the manager. Now, the guinea pigs are still okay. I clean their cages. I need to give them hay the next time I go back downstairs. I forgot to do that. I'm taking care of them. They're not mine. So people have said, oh, you should sell them if you can't take care of them. Unfortunately, that's not up to me. They're not my guinea pigs. I'm just taking care of them because my housemates aren't here. I'd love to have them, but I can't take care of them. Even right now, I can't give them the enrichment that they need. They're stuck in their cages, which, while not the tiny little things you'll see in a Walmart, are still cages, and I don't know how big or small they are in comparison to what they should be. I have not been able to take them out to let them run around for enrichment, which you should do. So I like them. I'd like to keep them. I just can't take care of them. But I'm just taking care of them right now while my housemates aren't. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, they can't take care of them where they are. They can't take them where they are. So they're trying to apparently adopt them out, which that'll be a good thing, if even sad. I mean, I can't pick them up or touch them or anything. They're rodents. They will panic and run if you try to pick them up. But on the other hand, when I give them food, they will run up and their noses and whiskers and such will bonk up against my hands as I'm giving them food and stuff. So while they're afraid as prey animals, they're also not afraid because they know my voice, they know my smell. So thumbs up on that. Past that though, because of my arm and such, I've been waving it around in the air way more than I should, so that it's going to be fun the rest of the day. I have not been able to change the list, but these are still beautiful and awesome people. I'm going to be writing more people, different people up there as soon as I can. My sincere apologies to absolutely everyone who is one of my patrons or has donated to me through PayPal, which is still open if you wanted to donate through that, or has given anything through my Ow! Neck to snap. Which, no, it went, the ligaments and such. My neck did not snap, but to anyone who's ever helped, thank you, greatly appreciated. I just wish I knew what was happening. So joy on that. But I've also opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. We have Ice Damon, thumbs up, thank you very, very much, greatly appreciated, and always good to see you in the comments. We have Jesse Koskin, and thumbs up, thank you, and I really enjoy all of these very pixely art games. They are awesome. I mean, even if you had photorealistic, it wouldn't help the game. You wouldn't even be able to see the photorealistic parts to it. Pixel art is awesome. Thumbs up on that. We have Lumeria. Oh, my vision is just terrible, but thumbs up. Thank you so very, very much. J-A-Y-Y. Oh, that was one spicy meatball. And then there is user with a whole bunch of names after letters and digits after that. Thumbs up, thank you much. Larry from space, it's been a while since I've seen you consciously. Good to see you. There is, oh my gosh, Reg Peg. Thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Made in Canada, greatly appreciated. and it's always good to see and hear from you in comments. There is Adonis Rivera. Good to see you in the comments as well. And I am doing my level best. RJ Mitchell. Hopefully the shows with your band went well. That would be a very good thing. Check out RJ Mitchell in the comments. Anybody who's not RJ Mitchell. Their band is very, very good. Definitely a thumbs up. And then we are done. That is it. Absolutely. Everybody has left me comments in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated. Get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, shuckle my duckle. I'm going to work on paperwork today. I'm going to get the phone up here in case anybody calls. And if I have to make any phone calls, which I'm certain that I do, I'm going to try and get something done on that front. We shall see what happens. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done. And of course, if you can't, don't beat yourself up. It's not going to make you do it better next time. You're just beating yourself up as punishment, and that doesn't help. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is, quite frankly, tugging on my shirt obsessively. That is a very, very good thing. Moving my hand down, so for starker contrast. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, in the amateurish, definitely amateurish way of just calling up my PlayStation controller, because that's how it turns off while you're recording. Well, I'm pointing to the monitor, but that's for the cameras. For Share Factory, doing commentary over gameplay. Could cut this part out. Probably should be more professional.